Hi everybody, as many of you know, my name's Lisa Hookway and I work as a Community Engagement Officer for Wokingham Borough Council. My main role is to work up in the Norris ward and I've been working really closely with the Grub Club Wokingham Community Food Hub. Part of this project has been offering families these fantastic veg boxes, and in these veg boxes there's everything from carrots, onions, leeks, broccoli, cauliflower, potatoes. And I just thought I would come up with a recipe that I could do at home, that you guys could also do at home, but just to make it a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to make a vegetable curry. It doesn't have to be a vegetable curry. You can add fish, chicken, beef, lamb, whatever you have at home, and you can add to the curry. So the vegetables that we're going to use for the vegetable curry that I'm doing today is cauliflower, carrots, potatoes, some sweet potato, broccoli, a couple of onions, a chicken stock, some curry powder, some tinned tomatoes, a little bit of the cream that I've got left from the Grub Club from last week, and some spinach that I picked up today from the Grub Club as well. So I'm going to prepare all these vegetables and then I'm going to come back to you. Right, the next stage is to obviously wash your hands in the vegetables and to peel the potatoes, sweet potato and carrots and chop them into good sized chunks. The next thing I'm going to do is to get half a pot of boiling water and start boiling this up. So I'm going to just get that on the go and then start peeling and chopping onions. I've now put the carrots, cauliflower, broccoli, potatoes into boil, and I've started to fry off some onions with a little bit of garlic.
Good.
So now I'm going to add a tablespoon of the curry powder to my onions, and this is to help take the flavour in, and then later on we'll transfer the onions into the bigger pot, but I'm just going to cook them down. I like mine to be a little bit more flavoursome, so I'm actually going to add in a little bit more because the recipe that I've got is only for 3 people, whereas actually we're a bigger family, so I'm going to put some extra curry powder in. This is just a mild curry powder. Obviously if you've got children you can use the mild curry powder. If you like your food particularly hot, then obviously go for a nice strong hot flavoured curry powder. So what I've done is cooked the onions down really slowly with the curry powder, just so that the curry powder really absorbs into the onions, and that's what will give the curry all the flavour. And then the next thing I'm going to do is put the tinned tomatoes in with the onions and just give them a little stir around. So I'm just adding the vegetable stock. It depends what you want to use. If you're doing a chicken curry, you can use chicken stock. If you're doing, a beef stock, whatever it is, whatever you want to do, this recipe can be adapted. Today we're doing a vegetable curry, but like I said, you can add any meat. So I'm now going to add all of the vegetables into the tomatoes, the onions and the stock. I'm also going to add in a couple of handfuls of spinach. Again, you can adapt this recipe to how you want it. You'll come in, with families that might be a fussy eater, might not want to have certain vegetables. You can also cut them down a hell of a lot smaller so that children can't identify the vegetables. Or you can even blend them down. It's entirely up to you, just to make sure you're getting as much nutrients into the kids as possible. The other thing I've done is I've also now put on the rice, so the rice is cooking. Again, this is all adaptable. If you want to have naan bread, if you want to have rice, if you want to have pasta, it's entirely up to you, and it's whatever you've got in the cupboards. A couple of weeks ago I did a curry and I added pasta to it and my kids loved it, so it's completely adaptable. So the last bit that I'm going to do on the recipe, it says that you can use yogurt, but obviously I'm just using ingredients that I've got at home, and obviously because the Grub Club gave us some cream last week, I'm going to use a little bit of cream. And you don't need a lot of this. This is just to thicken it up and cream it up a little bit. So the last part of my nice bubbling, if you come in and have a look, you can see how lovely and bubbly that is at the moment. I've had a little taste. It tastes absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the cream in and just stir it round. You don't need a lot of this. It is literally just to thicken it up a little bit more and to make it really creamy. So just make sure that that really gets blended in well all the way through. I'm going to leave to bubble away for 1 more minute, just so that it's not cooled down the food too much. The rice is cooked, so I'm going to dish up our yummy dinner in a moment. Sorry guys if you can hear my dog, but obviously he can smell the curry cooking as well, so he's really excited. I'm going to see what ingredients the Grub Club give me next week. I'm going to come up with another recipe, or if anybody's got any good ideas and recipes that they can put forward, get it onto the Grub Club Facebook page. Got any recipes that you want to get up, get them onto the Grub Club Wokingham, because I know that they're really excited about getting recipe ideas that are on a budget and using the ingredients that they've got coming through the food hub. I look forward to seeing you all next week. Thank you very much. I forgot to mention, I will also be putting the recipe up on the Facebook page, so look out for it. I'm going to put it onto the Grub Club Wokingham and your community at WBC.